The Nuggets finally punched their tickets to the playoffs, but will they get as lucky this go around as they have in the past? This is your Denver Sports Daily for April 14th.
The biggest stories, the latest news. It's Denver Sports Daily.
Despite an incredibly hectic last week, the Nuggets finally clinched a playoff spot in their last game of the season. Yesterday, the Nuggets took down the Houston Rockets 126-111 in a total team effort to secure a spot in the 2025 playoffs. Now, yesterday's game was a must win, and it came down to that point. The Nuggets needed to beat Houston to get a playoff spot, and not only get a playoff spot, but get a good seed, to maintain a good position going into the playoffs. Now, obviously, last week again was wild for the Nuggets, losing their head coach and GM on the same day, going in without Malone, going into a playoff series for the first time in 10 years. It was different. It was strange. But David Adelman, you got to give this guy credit. He has stepped up in a huge way, closing out the season with 3 straight much-needed wins. He needed to get those wins, and he got them. So great play all around for the team. And great decision-making from David Adelman. You got to give credit to everybody on this team right now because they stepped up when they needed to. And looking at it, despite the ups and downs of this team throughout the year, they still finished the season with a 50-32 record. That's great overall. You wouldn't expect that from the way you've seen this team play and from the decisions that they've made sometimes, the injuries, everything holding them back. They still finished with 50 wins, which is why it's even more surprising that Michael Malone was fired. It just still doesn't make much sense to me that he was fired. Not only was he fired, because I could have seen that coming in the offseason, but right before the playoffs, a few days, 3 games before the playoffs happened, you fire your head coach. It's still just strange. There's a bad taste left in my mouth with it. Now, the Nuggets will take on the Clippers in the first round, and this is where I talk about, will they get as lucky as they have? If you remember, last time the Clippers and Nuggets played in the playoffs, the Nuggets came back from a 3-1 deficit and secured a spot in the Western Conference Finals. That was back in the bubble, and that was just crazy. I mean, you came back from 2-3-1 down. You were down 3-1 twice, first against the Jazz and then against the Clippers, and you went to the Western Conference Finals, and that's where they lost to the Lakers, and that's just where I kind of spiraled into something brand new for this team. They built off of that loss to the Lakers, and then they just made something completely new. They made a championship team around that loss. Now, again, they were able to beat the Clippers last time because Denver, as we know, owns the city of Los Angeles when it comes to basketball. The Lakers, Clippers, don't matter. Nuggets in 5. That's where I got this at because the Nuggets are going to go into this hot. Now, they will take on the Clippers in their first game of the series this Saturday, and they're already heading into the playoffs series as 1-game favorites. They're projected to win by at least 1 game. Or 2 games, however you match. So they're projected to win 4-2 in this series. But honestly, I see this as a 5-game series. The Nuggets can win this in 5 games. It's going to be a lot of fun to watch. Obviously, playoffs are back. We'll get into the Avs here in a second, but Nuggets basketball, the playoffs is really where they turn up. And hopefully they can keep that same fire that they had just a couple years ago because last season was not the season. Michael Porter Jr. wasn't playing at his highest level. Jamal Murray was kind of falling off a little bit in those playoffs. This season, they're looking hungry. I mean, you watch what Nikola Jokic said, the beast is most dangerous when it's backed in the corner, something along those lines. They're vulnerable. When they're vulnerable, that's when they're most dangerous. And right now, they're looking to keep that going. They finished the season off again with 3 wins. Keep that hot streak going in the playoffs. This first game on Saturday is going to tell us all that we need to know about how they are this season in the playoffs. It's going to be a lot of fun. And the Clippers are no easy team. They've got a lot of great players. James Harden, Kawhi Leonard. Those are solid all-time greats. This is going to be a fun matchup. It's going to be good to see the Clippers against the Nuggets again, fully healthy. I'm very excited to see it. Again, Saturday, they're going into that game as they're going into the series as 1-game favorites, and that first game is on Saturday. Now, moving on, the Avalanche matchup in the first round is set. The Avs are getting a chance to run it back with Dallas in the playoffs after getting bounced by them last season. Now, last year, the Avs and Stars met in the second round, and unfortunately, the Stars got the best of them, beating Colorado 4-2 in the series. Now, this season feels different, though. Now, obviously, the Avs acquired Mackenzie Blackwood and Scott Wedgwood, which improved their goalie play massively. And then they also traded for Martin Necas, Jack Drury, and Brock Nelson. That's just some of the guys who they got. They've all been great additions so far. I mean, you look at Necas, Drury, and Nelson. Those 3 guys are the type of players that move from a playoff team to a championship team. This is a Stanley Cup team right now. Now, the Stars are the higher seed and hold the home ice advantage, but the Avs bested them in the regular season this season. And, they've won the series 2-1. So they've obviously gotten chances to go out and play this team already. Will they be able to keep that winning streak going into the playoffs? Now, as of now, the odds for the series winner are tied up. There's no favorite on either side as of who's going to win, but the Avs are a slight series spread winner. If you look at that, they're not necessarily favored by a lot, but they're favored by a little. So it's going to be close. They're basically saying this is going to go to 7 games. Now, this series will open up in Dallas later this week. I'm very excited to see. Obviously, best time of year. It's the best time of year. You get the Avs and the Nuggets both going back to the playoffs. And the first time, I was thinking about this yesterday, the first time in a very, very long time, I don't have the actual date of it, but at least 10 years, that the Nuggets, Avalanche, and Broncos all went to the playoffs in the same year. This has been a while. It's been a long time coming because we have not seen this in a long time. I don't know if the Avs and Nuggets went back at the last time 10 years ago that the Broncos went to the playoffs, but it's been at least that long. I wish I had the actual date because it's been a while. It's been a long time coming that we've gotten to see all 3 teams get into the playoffs. And of course, I'm saying all 3 because who cares about the Rockies? We know that they're not going to the playoffs. They've got basically a 0% chance. But again, this is trending upwards. Again, when was the last time we saw this? It's going to be a lot of fun. It's a great time to be a Denver fan. Now, the Avalanche actually yesterday pulled off a late win against the Anaheim Ducks in their last game of the season. The Avs finished off their season in the most incredible way as they came back from a 2-0 deficit in the third period. I actually turned off the game. I stopped watching until they scored those 2 goals in the third period because it looked like it was over. Colorado put up 4 goals in the third period, 2 in the last 3 minutes of the game. They went scoreless through the first 2 periods, and with the win, they won the game off of 2 late goals by Charlie Coyle and Eric Johnson. It was great play. I haven't seen them kind of do that. The Avs are known more as a team that will give up a lead in the third period, not go out and put 4 goals up in 1 period to come back from a 2-0 deficit. Now, Scott Wedgwood played at a high level once again, saving 18 of 20 shots, recording a .900 save percentage. It was great. A win like this is huge for the team's confidence. As they head towards the postseason, you can't go out on losses. They played their hardest, and they ended up winning the game. You couldn't ask for a better finish to the season. Now, the Avs finished the season with a record of 49, 29, and 4, and are locked in on the 3rd spot in the Central Division. They're heading in to the playoffs with some heat. They're looking good. They are going. I'm telling you, this can be a team that will win the Stanley Cup. There's something in the air with this team right now. And if you had to tell me to pick between the Nuggets and the Avalanche, 99 out of 100 times, I'm going to tell you that the Avalanche are going to win the Stanley Cup over the Nuggets. And that's not because I'm not confident in the Nuggets. That's because I'm so confident in the Avalanche this season. Now, moving on, a little bit of different news. Rory McIlroy won the 2025 Masters in the most exciting way. If you're not a big golf fan, I get it. But you got to, the Masters is only once every year. And it is the top of golf. It's the top of the golf world. The finale of the Masters was yesterday, and it finished in a fashion that we haven't seen since 2017 as it ended in a playoff. Again, what more can you ask for? You got the Masters, 2 guys going head-to-head, best in the world, and it ends in a 1-hole playoff round. Now, McIlroy has played in 17 straight Masters, but was never able to come out on top until yesterday when he became only the 6th player to ever complete the Grand Slam. That's when you win the 4 major tournaments in golf. Now, McIlroy actually got off to a rough start, going +1 through the first 9 holes, but he was able to come back thanks to some late heroics and finish the round -12. Wow, just being able to say that on the Masters course is nuts. Now, the round went into a playoff game against Justin Rose after Rory missed a par putt to win it on the last hole of regulation. And in the playoff, McIlroy came out on top doing an incredible shot. It looked like it was going long, and he put backspin on it to roll about 3 feet away from the pin. Now, at the end of it, Rory was able to put on the green jacket and join the 5 other players who have completed the Grand Slam in glory. Always so much fun. I mean, the Masters it's the Masters. What more can you ask for? It's the best. It's the best. It's the epitome of golf. It was definitely a lot of fun to watch. Congratulations, Rory McIlroy, because wow, I mean, 6 players in history completing the Grand Slam, and now you're one of those 6. Just incredible. But that's going to do it for your Denver Sports Daily. I'll be back with you guys again tomorrow. We got a lot to talk about. The draft is creeping closer and closer. We're within 2 weeks now. And, playoffs, it is here. Draft, playoffs, Nuggets, Avalanche. It is a busy time of year. So I'll definitely have a lot to talk about with you guys tomorrow. But until then, y'all have a great rest of your day, and I will see you all tomorrow. Bye, y'all.